into it. So, it's very important for people to not only just say, "Hey, I want to get an oil job," like I want to get into oil and gas, but you got to know a little bit about, like you have to have some type of common knowledge, especially when oil prices are going up and they're going down, and then you got tariffs going on, and like if you don't understand like the general census of what's going on with oil with the industry, um, you're really just setting yourself up for failure. You're not going to be prepared for the ups and downs, the booms. You're not going to understand. You just hear about these things, and so that's why it's so important for you to be able to understand what is going on in the oil and gas industry. So if you want to join me on my YouTube, you can click on the link that's up here on the top left corner. You can click on that link and you can join on YouTube at Swagger Media. It should populate hard hat, same picture, same image, and it's me. And you'll be able to see the graphs or the charts that I'm looking at right now, the diagram, whatever, that is on YouTube. So if you don't mind, just join me over there. I don't mind you jumping off of here and going over there. Or if you have like another phone, another device, another if you can jump on like a computer screen or something, PC, Mac preferably, because I'm a Mac user. Join me. No. All right. So with that, the only thing I want you all to focus on is WTI Crude and WTI Midland. So right now, that's all we're going to focus on. I'm going to get to your question comment here in a second. And so the reason for that is because it's more home. This is the oil and gas like capital. Like this is where the oil is that is drilled across the world, and so really it's one of the most important indexes that we ought to be watching, and especially if you work out in West Texas. So let's watch this real quick. I'm going to go over this, but first and foremost, if you work in the oil field, if you work in the oil field right now, I want you to put a one in the chat. That's both YouTube on the replays and on live. In the oil field right now in the chat. I do geosynthetic engineer chat. Let me go ahead and look at it over here. This is far from me. Okay, geosynthetic finder, frac pounds. I want to get into rig work or fracking. What's the route? And if you get with CUD, I mean, they're pretty easy to get on with. Nowadays, we want people with CDLs, but a lot of people with CDLs don't want to do frac. So, energy services, I think, CUDD. Right? I don't know the company. I don't like them. They're easy to answer your question. Let's get back into. Hey Jerry, let's get back into it. So WTI Crude, what does WTI stands for? West Texas Intermediate, all right? And West Texas Intermediate Crude is one of the most important oil prices that we need to focus on, okay? West Texas Intermediate or WTI Crude. WTI is the same thing, West Texas Intermediate. Midland is just a region of it's just a region where the oil comes from. So Midland, Texas, that area. Right? If you ever drive on I-20, huge tanks. There's big, okay, tanks. There's like a field of like 20 tanks, and they're huge, full of. They're supposed to be storage, okay, for crude, for oil. All right, and so the WTI Midland is a sweeter, lighter crude oil. WTI Crude is just it's more broad. Okay? So Midland is more specific to this region, which is the Permian Basin. So this oil is a little bit more sweeter. It's a little bit lighter. It's just a region. Okay. If WTI Midland is more than WTI Crude, so right now, if you look at this chart and you look at my mouse, it's $60.25. Up there, WTI Crude is $59.58. By the way, the reason why WTI Crude is at the top of the list is because it's more important. I didn't do that. Okay. It's the most important index on learning or knowing what the oil price is. WTI crude sets the standard. Let's go further into it. So anytime that WTI Midland is more than WTI crude, then that means that West Texas is booming, they're drilling, there's money, there's jobs, like they're hiring. So right now, if you go all the way to the right side, it says change, percentage change. So this is daily, 11 minutes delay, this is daily. So today it closed at 0.43% higher. WTI crude closed at 83% higher. So WTI Midland is priced at $60.25 per barrel. Can anybody tell me in the chat how many gallons are in a barrel? This is one of those things, Petty. This is one of those times where I should like crank up the whole like giveaway and start giving out the giveaways like for Cash App and stuff that TikTok. So not regular. It might be regular drums, but that's not how much. That's not how many gallons are in there. But that's a good question. Damn. Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm gonna get to your question, Welder. We'll lose their subscription. Sus, what's going on? 40? Ah, Tron, you're close. You're close. How many gallons are in a barrel of oil? How many gallons are in a barrel of oil? Okay. So when we look at what is the price of oil right now? No, man, you cheater. But hey, well, you probably get it that way. Uh, Google it. Tell me what you find. All right. So um, when, whenever we talk about the price of oil, we're talking about how much is the barrel. So how much is the barrel? So I've got Renee. Yes. So I've got another follow-up question for you guys. Renee got it. 42 gallons in a barrel. All right. So whenever you're on a frac location, we're pumping, 30 barrels, we're pumping 40 barrels, we're pumping 20 barrels, we're pumping 10 barrels, we're coming down, 100 barrels, 300 barrels, right? 300 barrels a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just kind of calculate 42 gallons. I mean, if you're treating the well and you're a numbers guy and you need to know all that stuff, you can know how many pressures per pound and all that other stuff. But I don't want to put you guys to sleep, okay? I don't want to put you guys to sleep. But what we're talking about, WTI crude, Brent crude, heating oil, like all this stuff is by the barrel. For the most part, it's by the barrel, and it's 40 pounds per barrel. But anyway, so it's $59.57 per barrel. That's what it last closed at for crude. And then for the WTI Midland, it's just less than $1, $60.25. So usually WTI Midland is much higher, but because of the recent events that have taken place with the tariffs and stuff, it's been lower. But anytime it's higher than the crude, West Texas is pumping, we're drilling, we're making money, there's plenty of jobs, we're hiring, all that good stuff. All right. Just a rule of thumb, so you guys know for the future what you're looking at. WTI stands for what? Those of you all who have been here since I started this live with all the audio issues, what does WTI stand for? By the way, when we get towards the end of the live, if I feel good enough, because I don't feel good right now, but if I feel good enough towards the end of the live in about another 45 minutes to an hour, I want to go to Indeed. We're going to go to Indeed. All right. Yes. Not intermittent, but intermediate. West Texas intermediate. You got West Texas intermediate crude, and you got West Texas intermediate, right? Um, who pumps the most? What country pumps the most oil in the world? Black gold. Man, I should definitely do this like a trivia, and then cash out. Body, good guess. Good guess. Who pumps the most oil in the world? Kuwait. Mm-mm. What you sipping on? OPEC. What is OPEC? Man, we got so many questions. I know you're going over there to Google. You better get back over here. Yeah, what you sipping on? Yeah, I knew it. I was over there for deployment. Okay. All right. All right. OPEC is going to be the next question. What is OPEC and what does it stand for? All right. The United States pumps the most oil in the world, guys. The United States. All right. The United States. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me give you some numbers. I'm gonna give you some numbers. The United States is the world's leading oil producer. Other top oil producing countries include Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Canada. Right? United States is the number one oil producer in the world. We pump 19.4 million barrels per day on average. That was in 2020. We do. I mean, there's a lot of trading, buying and selling, but as far as like who is who's pumping more oil out of the ground, it's the United States, right? So whether we take someone else's, whether we buy Russia's, whether we buy from OPEC, Venezuela, it doesn't matter. We're still producing. We're drilling 19.4 million barrels per day. All right. So it's very important to know the mineral that we have in the ground, like the money that we have on our own turf and the value that we have. One of the main reasons why Texas had threatened in the past to be its own independent country or pull away from the United States when there was Democrats in office was because we alone can generate enough money to support ourselves, our own economy. We don't need a federal government. Like we have so much money underneath our ground in our turf that we can run ourselves. We can govern ourselves. So with that being said, let's keep it pushing. Someone had mentioned OPEC. Someone had mentioned OPEC. Someone looked that up for me. What does OPEC stand for? What does OPEC stand for? Or mm, there's so many questions. There's so many questions, guys. There's so many questions. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh snap! Okay, I was about to scroll on the YouTube live, and I was about to give some gems, and I'm not gonna do. It. All right. So OPEC is actually a conglomerate, like a group of countries, 12 countries put together that kind of govern oil, like just make policies and laws and stipulations about oil. Kind of set the standard for oil across the country, across the world. Okay, so OPEC has huge influence. Huge influence. Headquarters is in Austria. Austria. I want to say Australia, but it's Austria. Vienna, Austria. Okay, the headquarters for OPEC is in Austria. There's 12 countries that are included in OPEC. Very powerful. right? Very powerful. OPEC also has, and they have in the past, OPEC has also made decisions that have crippled economy, like Donald Trump is doing, hurting people's economies in China, here in the United States. OPEC has made decisions to like increase the oil price, and what it had did across the world was like, okay, what's going on? Let's negotiate. And they brought people to the bargaining table. OPEC is very powerful. All right, 12 countries. Thank you for what you do, brother. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm gonna get to the jobs here in a little bit, but it's very important for me, y'all, to educate and inform. I don't want to be someone who just is a content creator who is silly or makes content. Like, I'm going away from that. And if you notice, my views have gone down because I'm not entertaining as much. I want to provide information and value. Okay. So yeah, 12 countries that are in OPEC, very powerful. United States is the leading oil producer in the world. Oh, okay. The 12 currently the 12 countries in OPEC is Algeria, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon. I don't know what that is. Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Venezuela. All right. Let me see. Damn, look at this information. I didn't know that. Founded in September 1960 in Baghdad, Iraq. I was right. It was Austria. Headquarters is in Austria. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the chart that I was showing you guys. The other thing, so the WTI crude, West Texas Intermediate crude, that is the number one number that we look at. We want to make sure that it's over $64. If it's not over $64, it's lower than $64, we're struggling. All right. We want to get that number over 64. That is a good, yummy number. The price is just high enough at the pumps, you're going to hate it. When you go get gasoline and you're going to fill up at the pumps, I hate it. But it's good for us. All right. Money, jobs, all right. Gabon in Africa, and they are rich in oil. And okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. And then the second number that we're looking at is WTI Midland. Midland is a region where the oil is coming from, Midland, Texas, this region. So you've got a sweet and it's lighter, but I don't want to get into that. But it's just a different type of oil. All across the world, like the different lands, the oil is kind of different. The gasoline that it produces when refining, all that stuff, it's different. So whether it's North Dakota, Bakken, whatever whatever their region is. So yeah, so it's just kind of different all across the world. But ours is kind of lighter and sweeter than most oils in WTI Midland. So there's a bunch of patches. There's South Texas. Let me see if this chart has Texas. Okay. So there's United States blends. I don't know why I didn't see all Texas. Like it just focuses on Texas, I guess because we pump the most. So this chart only focuses on Texas. You guys, if you want to join me, go to YouTube. I'm on YouTube live right now. Put @Swagger, and you can see exactly what I'm looking at. But anyways, so this here is just focusing on Texas. And so Eagle Ford is South Texas, and that's the second largest oil patch. But honestly, it's drying. Okay. Eagle Ford is the second one. It used to be East Texas. East Texas used to be rich in oil, but we sucked it dry in the 90s. We sucked it dry. All right. So Eagle Ford is second in Texas. West Texas is biggest in the country. West Texas sour. I don't even know that's. So, anyways, maybe someday in the future I'll put you all to sleep dissecting these different regions and stuff like that. West Texas sour and the difference of intermediate stuff like that. What's up? What did you say, Petty? Yeah. Nah, but I mean, it's good for people to know this stuff. Like, it's very important for people to know this stuff. Very important. If you're getting into the oil and gas industry, okay? If you're getting into the oil and gas industry, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and skip over to the job. Let's get to the jobs because I know that's what a lot of people are really interested in. And so I want to give you what you want. Um, Let me see here. Let me touch on this real quick. Since I have it on the screen, I'm going to touch on this. So, reading the article, the first boats carrying Chinese goods with 145% tariffs are arriving in LA. Shipments are cut in half. Expect shortages to soon come. Expect shortages soon. So basically, what they're saying is China, we got our first shipment from China today. And this is the first shipment. I'm sorry, this is the first shipment from Donald Trump, 145% tariffs. And so they're saying that the shipments were cut in half and expect shortages soon. So what that means is if you order jeans, if you order pants, if you order like a sofa or certain things that come from China, right? If we order things from China, right now we may have a stockpile. They may be in warehouses in the United States of America, but the shipments that are coming in are not refilling those stockpiles. And so those stockpiles are going to end up running out as we buy the stuff, right? So as we start buying whatever it is, sofas, blankets, rugs, I don't know. As we start buying these things, there's going to be shortages as long as these tariffs continue. So if the tariffs continue for 12 months, 2 years, there's going to be lighter shelves. When you go to Walmart, there's going to be less products. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what it means to expect shortages soon. Um, Let me see here. I'm going to see if there's any information worth pointing out. And American consumers are on the cusp of tough choices because the president. It's kind of biased. Mhm. The drop off in imports from China on the boats now coming into port is more than 50%. Many importers have canceled previous orders because U.S. businesses aren't interested in paying steep tariffs, which can more than double the price of Chinese goods. So businesses are choosing not to buy overseas, which Donald Trump wanted. Donald Trump wanted to stop all the money from going over there, and he wanted you to buy in the United States of America. So let's see if the businesses choose to buy chairs from America, rugs made in America. All right, because we want to go cheap, and that's what businesses do. I told a story about how I bought a shirt from Donald Trump, a Donald Trump branded shirt in 2015. In 2015, I bought this shirt, and I was opening up the package. Well, three shirts, and some cufflinks. So I'm opening up these shirts and stuff. I'm opening it up. I'm tearing off tags, and it's saying "Made in China," "Made in China," "Made in China," cufflinks, "Made in China." And these things are made in China. These products are made in China. Why? Because there's cheaper labor. There's cheaper material. Okay, so larger businesses, bigger businesses, they're buying from China and overseas because they get it cheaper and they can sell it high here in the States. It's just money wise, it's just money savvy, it's just business. Okay? It's not that they hate America, they're turning their back on America. Everybody's here to make money, and that is the most profitable thing to do. Apple, I mean, everybody Samsung, right? Um, so, anyways, let's keep it pushing. Let's see if there's anything else interesting to kind of point out on this, and then we can go to jobs. A 60% decline in containers, which is what our materials are being shipped in, and human beings, means 60% less stuff arriving. So they're saying that if 60% of containers are coming over here, that means that 60% of what we buy on Amazon on Alibaba, on whatever, 60% of that is going to be coming over here. Um, you'll notice like some things if you want to order a refrigerator, if you want to order like I don't know, off the top of my head, I can't think right now. But if you want to order a specific thing, you may have to wait 3 months for it to get here, 6 months. Okay, people aren't going to do that. They're going to say, no, I'm not going to do that, and they're going to go and find a place that is housed that has products here in America or has a stockpile from the products from China here in America until those stockpiles go to uh, imports into the United States during the second half of 2025 are expected to fall at least 20% year over year. I don't know what that means, guys. Year over year. I don't know what that means, according to in the meantime, Americans are continuing to buy goods that were previously warehoused in the United States. That is a good point. Okay. So right now, we're still buying stuff off of Amazon. We're still buying stuff that is in warehouses, in Amazon warehouses. We're still buying those products and things like that right now. But when those products and those items go to zero, we're going to be waiting for them to come from China. That could be 6 months, a year, 2 years, however long these tariffs last. The tariff war. Okay, so that's a good point. I'm gonna read that again. In the meantime, Americans are continuing to buy goods that were previously warehoused here in the United States. So they've already been here. So um, they're in warehouses, and we're just pulling from those reserves. Okay, I think I'm gonna get off of this. I'm gonna go to Indeed because I don't feel good, and I'm going to let's go over a couple of jobs. So, are we looking for entry level, or are we looking for CDL? I want y'all to put it in the comments right now if y'all want to search for entry level, or if you guys want to look for CDL. What do y'all want? It's 10 o'clock. I didn't. What's up, Big D? Welcome to the live, man. New CDL driver. Okay. Entry level. What's up there, man? Chilling, man. Hey, Cash King. Man, I know you, man. I know you. Entry level. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. All right, let me go back here. LNG is increasingly being used as an alternative to diesel fuel right now. We are okay. Um, LNG, CNG, yes, absolutely. Natural gas is on the rise. Fuel is going down. Entry level. Okay, so I mean that's clear, that's obvious. But if the tariffs continue, if the tariff war continue, I don't know if it's tariffs or tariff war, tariff war. If it continues, all of it shut down. It doesn't matter what LNG is doing good, LNG, whatever is doing good, what CNG is doing good. It doesn't matter. It's all getting slowed down and shut down. Okay, so it's not going to be good for the immediate future. Maybe for the long term, maybe Donald Trump knows something that we don't. But for the immediate future, it's going to be beneficial for companies to slow down until the tariff war is over. So that means thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much. I got a galaxy, guys. Damn it. That's what's up. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be beneficial for the BP, the Conoco, the Exxon, the Chevron. It's going to be beneficial for them to say, look, let's put a halt to drilling and fracking. Let's put a halt to it, and let's wait till Donald Trump gets this stuff out, and then we'll go back into working again, right? And so it's going to be a downturn. That's what oil field bust is. Now, let's hope that that doesn't happen. Okay, let's hope that that doesn't happen. But we really need to watch for this number, the WTI crude, to go above $64. If it can stay around 64, we're good. But if it doesn't go above 64, we're just uncertain. We're walking on eggshells. All right, we need to be saving. We need to be putting cash away. appreciate you taking the time to help us out sharing knowledge. Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people, and you can see a lot of people on my live, I typically have like 25, 30 more people on the live. But, this puts people to sleep, right? Education, knowledge, information puts people to sleep. Um, so, uh, going back to, I think I'm going to start off with entry level. I'm going to do a few minutes on entry level jobs, and then I'm going to get into CDL jobs. So if y'all look on the live right now, I've got the search Midland. I like Midland versus Odessa. Odessa for some reason. A lot of the companies, have their yards at, and then they put their offices in freaking downtown Midland. It's crazy. But anyway, in the search bar for companies or job title, I've got oil and gas. It's just simple. I've also had, if you look here, it says sign in, meaning my information should not be on Indeed. So this is a general search within 50 miles of Midland, Texas. All right, so that'll give you a good idea of how your search should look. Juan, welcome to the live, man. Thanks for joining. So let's go into it. Oh no, I didn't mean to come. Use my mouse. Let me see if I can. Yes, I can. PJ, welcome to the live, man. Talking about oil and gas jobs now. Before I was talking about uh, crude oil and oil. Now I'm talking about jobs. So we're looking for entry level. So material handler, anytime you see one, that means it's an entry level. It's obvious, right? This job says material handler one, but it's for Caterpillar. Caterpillar is not necessarily for the oil and gas, but out here in West Texas, it's oil and gas. Why? Because we use big equipment, and that equipment is called heavy equipment. Right? So this heavy equipment that Caterpillar sells, a lot of the work that they do is around oil and gas. So although it's not oil and gas company Caterpillar, it's oil and gas related out here. So anytime it says Midland, Texas, Caterpillar, it's oil and gas. So it says material handler. That's entry level, but I don't want to click on it because it's not an oil field company. Roustabout, I forgot to do that damn video. 15 entry level job titles. Roustabout is one of them. You can, yeah, Roustabout is one of them. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the comments on YouTube, guys. Oh, I'm not signed in. Yes, I am. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna spell Roustabout wrong, but I don't. Roustabout. Let me see. 15 entry level job titles in oil and gas. One. Roustabout. Okay, let's go back to Indeed. So I don't even have to click on that. So starting pay typically is going to be $18 to $20 an hour with the roustabout position. But again, you've got to factor in that you're getting a lot of hours a week. You're clocking a lot of hours each week. So that's where you get your money. Measurement technician, that's not entry level because it has a 2 at the end of it. What is this? Okay. Assembly technician, we need to look a little bit further into that. Streamflow USA LLC. So we're going to click on this. Says profile insights. Your level of education needs to be at a high school level, diploma, GED, languages. You need to be able to speak English. Profit sharing. I don't care what they're doing for the job. Assembly, function. I don't care about none of that. I want to make sure that I qualify. So high school diploma or equivalent, previous oil field experience is preferred. Okay, they're always going to prefer it, not required. In this position, it's not required, it's preferred. Previous experience building and testing of API gate valves. I don't know what that is, so I wouldn't qualify, but maybe I can get YouTube certified. Ability and willingness to install, repair, and work on all major kinds of wellhead equipment, like So this is a good entry level position too. Internal candidates, please apply by logging into UltiPro. So when you click on this link, it'll probably send you to their external links. But yeah, so that's an entry level assembly technician's entry level position for Streamflow USA. Whenever you're looking for jobs on Indeed, make sure that you guys are not just applying for the actual position that is posted on Indeed, but when you go to their website, look at other positions that you might qualify as well. All right, so you don't limit yourself to just that one position. Applying for jobs for the oil field or any career or any field can be a whole freaking hassle in itself. Like it could be a beast to just navigate because you got to fill out all the 10 years of work history, like all that stuff. It sucks, right? But if you're not willing to do that, you're not willing to get this money. Administrative assistant, see, this is Streamflow again. So Streamflow has two jobs that are posted on Indeed. So you probably want to go to that website and see if they have more jobs that are posted. Administrative assistants, most likely someone who's working in the office. Shop technician, entry level. I don't even have to go to that. Shop technician, KLX Energy Services. Do y'all want me to put the names of the company on on the chat on TikTok? Let me know if y'all want me to put the name of the company. KLX Energy Services. Shop technician. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. Let's do that. Number 2, shop technician. There was another one I said. Assembly technician. Assembly technician. Entry level job titles. I got you. If y'all want to, just go ahead and watch the replay on YouTube. It's live, so it'll be on YouTube as soon as I jump off of this. Or you can go to YouTube right now and rewind it. So it'll be here. Administrative assistant. This is the third job posting for Streamflow. If I were someone who was trying to get into the oil field, I would go to Streamflow's website on Indeed. From Indeed, I would go to Streamflow's website, Streamflow USA LLC. I would go to their website and see what they're hiring for. They might be a small company that just got a big contract and they're expanding. It looks like that is what's happening. It looks like they got a contract and they're expanding, right? Um, and they need to hire, and they need to hire staff. What's up, Petty? Okay, okay. No, it's all good. It's all good. You should have been gone, girl. I appreciate you doing. No, I'm not. I'm only on once a week. I'm only on once a week because I work 6 days, right? Because I put 1 day off. So if I could be on every single night, what's up? Mm-mm. I have no idea. Mm-mm. But either way, we'll keep in contact. We have. Yeah, I'll probably go live next Monday. I'll probably go live next Monday. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. I'll try to go on live earlier. I'll try to be on earlier. All right. All right. I'll talk to you later, Petty. All right. Good night. Um, au- Automation technician one. That's also entry level, but it's more specific for automotive industry. So you got to have like that specific trade. That pays a little bit more. So it's entry level. It pays $24 to $33 an hour at the level one. So you typically don't see that, right? But because you've got to have some type of training in automation, or I read that wrong. I thought it was automotive. You need to have a driver's license, mechanical knowledge. Yeah, mechanical knowledge. So you do have to have a skill, but not in automotive. So you got to be able to repair shit, put stuff together, repair it, what parts need to be worked on, how to work on those parts, calibration, stuff like that, right? SWD operator. Usually that stands for saltwater disposal. I'm going to put that in the chat too. And YouTube operator. All right. Saltwater disposal operator. Typically, that's only a one-man job on location. So is $25 to $30 an hour for an entry-level job. It's not bad in the oil field. It is not bad in the oil. Okay. So it's actually pretty good. It's really good in the oil field. SWD operator, you're working 12-hour shifts at the very minimum. And so make sure that y'all check that out if you're interested. All right. But anyway, so I say there's only one position per location, so that means that the hiring is probably going to be very limited. Okay. So unless they have multiple locations, it only takes one or two people to run that, especially at nighttime. So just take that into consideration. Administrative assistant, one. I mean, that's office work. You guys aren't looking at, you're not guaranteed 12 hours. Saltwater disposals do have some 8-hour shifts at busy ones. I appreciate that, ONG. Some offer housing on site. Most of them, a lot of them do. So the bigger ones do. Like the one that I talked about on Milestone, they do. Fracturing chemical applications tech. I don't know what that is. Let's look at that. Pine Island Chemical Solutions. You have to have a driver's license. You got to be 12-hour shifts. Could be extended to more. As a fracking chemical technician, you will work with the fluids and additives used in fracturing processing. Right. High skill experience in chemical handling value. Certifications in areas like hazardous materials. Is this an entry level position, guys? I'm not going to put it in the chat because it's not common. It's not something that is very common. I've never heard of that title, but that's an entry level position. So the title of it is fracturing chemical applications technician. It's too much, way too much. But Pine, Pine, Pine Island Chemical Solutions. Pine Island Chemical Solutions. Right? That's the name of the company. All right. Inside sales representative. That might be at entry level. All right. H2S field technician, total safety, great company, apply. Period. Apply. To those guys, I don't think you're on the live right now because I've got so low numbers, but to those guys who are watching me, there's one guy on location. I don't know his name, but I like him. He's a supporter. He's a humble dude. He's really, really funny. He's cool. Mexican dude, old school, tall guy. Um, uh, I love you, bro. So if you're watching or if you watch the replay, what's up, man? Working on the location we're at right now. Yeah. So, field H2S field technician. I'm gonna put that in the chat. So, uh, this is a great entry level position. Typically pays between $20 and $23 an hour. If you can get on for 25, you're winning. You're winning. H2S field technician. All right, let's keep going. What did you say? Something about total safety, bro. Total safety is a shit. What you got going on? Total Safety is a great company. Usually helps to have some general oil and gas knowledge. Okay. I'm glad you didn't have nothing bad to say, OMG, about Total Safety. Lone Star Trucking is looking for administrative assistance. I mean, I hate to be sexist, but like if you're a woman trying to get in the oil field, okay, maybe, I don't know. something to think about. Lone Star Trucking is hiring an administrative assistant, but again, you need to be housed or live in the Midland area. They're offering $20 an hour in that position, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be opportunity for overtime. Boss Lou, you said that you have your CDL hazmat tanker endorsement and TWIC card. I want you to know that TWIC card doesn't matter out here in West Texas on land. If you go offshore, it does. But on land, TWIC cards typically don't matter, especially in West Texas. Now, I will say that with your CDL and hazmat, I'm going to get to truck driving jobs here in a second. But I will say that with a CDL in the oil and gas, like it's not hard for you to find a job. And so I typically don't spend a lot of time with people who have CDLs, especially if you have the X endorsement. So I will get to you here in a little bit, but it's super easy for you to get a job in the oil field if you have a clean record, if you have a clean driver, right? Let me see here. Are you getting this off Indeed? Yeah, straight off Indeed. The employers post on two places mainly. They post other places like Glassdoor and all that other stuff. Mainly, it's going to be on Indeed and it's going to be on LinkedIn. Okay. The higher level positions, you're looking for people with certifications. Thank you for the follow. I feel like that's like the first follow in forever. But the people who have like welding or some type of certification, they look for those higher level positions, higher seating, positions in companies. They look for those guys on Indeed, and then sometimes they'll just post CDL drivers needed or something like that on LinkedIn. But yeah, those higher level positions, LinkedIn. And then hands, lower level positions, looking for you guys on Indeed. CDL drivers, Indeed. Okay. Indeed is the place to find oil field jobs if you're looking for an entry level position. CDL drivers, stick around. I'm going to get to y'all here in a little bit. Okay. Mechanical insulating production batteries is entry level. I've never heard of it. Yeah, I never heard of it. Let me see. I have, yeah. Are you? Yes. Let's see. Centaurus. Centaurus is a virtual pipeline company to natural gas fleets. Great company. Arguably. So yeah, they're an old company. They've been doing gas like, in West Texas. They were one of the first ones. Angie, welcome back. I hope your daughter's feeling better. So yeah, Centaurus is definitely well established out here in West Texas. I'm gonna get to the jobs here in a second. On in you guys that were on YouTube, that floor hand position is an entry level. Okay. Um, have you ever heard of Deep Well Services? Yeah, I actually recommend them on my sub only content. Hauling LNG too, very steady, high paying job. If you go to the refinery, you must have Twitter. What's good, Trent? Ever heard of Deep Well? Yeah, for sure. All right, let me get back to Indeed, guys. I'm gonna keep talking about that, and then we'll get to. Um, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to CDL jobs. Okay. So floor hand is working on a rig. You're working on a rig. You're working on a rig. I'm new to the oil field. What's snubbing? Please explain. It's work, man. Uh, thank you. We are still here. They started her on fluids. But still waiting on fluid for more. Okay. Hmm, I hate that for you. Um, yeah, so floor hand is an entry level position. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the comments on YouTube. You're working on a rig, right? Anytime you're working on a rig, you're going to get brand new uniforms. They're going to be nice, ice and white, ice and blue, whatever. They're going to be looking good. By week one, them things is all of them are going to be dirty. They're going to be nasty. All right, they're gonna be nasty. If you have any questions about working on, I general gist, like a general knowledge of the rigs. I used to deliver fuel to the rigs. Then I used to deliver natural gas, CNG to the rigs. Uh, so I got a good idea of the culture. I talked to the guys. And so let me know if you have any questions about rig. But if you notice here on YouTube, guys, there's two postings back to back on Key Energy. That means they got more wells to more wells to drill, more holes to dig. So they're drilling in the ground. All right, so they've got work, and so they're hiring for whatever company. So Key Energy would be the third party. They would be the contractor that ConocoPhillips hires to drill. ExxonMobil hires to drill. BP Oil hires to drill. So they would be somebody that would contract, and then everybody else who delivers services, fuel, natural gas, pipe, we're all third party. Just to give you an idea of how things are structured in the oil field. Uh, Trainee. Let's look at this position over here, guys. If you're on YouTube, you're able to look and see what I'm looking at. But I'm kind of curious about this. It just the job title says trainee. Right? It's in Midland, Texas. It's a company called Corp Engineered Solutions. So let's look at the qualifications. The trainee's role is to focus on learning the industry and understanding the safe operations of equipment as well as potential hazards, perform basic operation, rebuild plug valves, continued support to other operations in all aspects. Thank you for the likes over there on TikTok. All right, so I don't know. It looks like a safety position, guys. It really looks like a safety position, but I'm not sure. Qualifications, elementary understanding of pressures, tubing, and cable, as well as where to find pressures and what those pressures mean. Grasp the basic separation process. Like all of this is like knowledge, 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 but like grasp is like grasp and understanding, but it doesn't say that you have to do something. No, here's more knowledge. Like, what do you have to do? Capable of performing. But you don't have to perform. I don't understand. Able to read and understand the importance of an evacuation plan. Right? Like it just sounds like a training. I mean, it sounds like a safety position, and you're training on safety. Good environment. That's what it sounds like to me, guys. So that's a trainee at Intercorp Instrument Solutions. If you guys are just joining the live, my name is Hard Hat. I help people get oil and gas jobs. If E&P, an exploration company, are you looking for a pumper job? Uh, any information on Continental Resources? No, I don't have anything on them. I've never heard of that. My channel name is at Swagger Media is where you can. That's my handle. That's how you can find me at Swagger Media. Guys, I don't know why I don't feel good. I'm gonna get a cup of orange. I hate water, so I'm gonna drink water. Where we at on the list? We're at 7-6. Damn, I'm gonna speed it up because I got to get to 15. Uh, automation technician again, Renegade. What did we say automation technician was? I think we said it was an entry level position. You need to have a driver's license. It pays $25 to $32 an hour. Schedule 10 days, 4 days off. Wait, 10-4 day shift. So they're looking for people to work day shift, and it's work 10 days, get 4 days off. I don't like that. The work is in New Mexico. Some in West Texas, but mostly in New Mexico. Right? And the company is the Renegade Group. Right? Continental is relatively active in North Dakota, Colorado, and Wyoming. All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with. I'm only I'm only Texas, West Texas and South Texas. All right. So this says must have a minimum of 30 years experience in the oil and gas industry, but I don't think that's accurate. I think that is preferred. I don't want to set you up for failure, but I think it's preferred. Um, so based off of something like the pay rate will be 25 if you have no experience or you have very little experience. But they just hired you. So willing to learn, of course, everybody's willing to learn for money. All right. So that's automation technician rented vehicle. Lease operator one, Occidental Petroleum. I've heard of them before, but I think that's a CDL. No, first aid certification. You'll get first aid certified in training. Oxy is an international energy company with assets primarily in the United States. So, yeah. So this is Oxy. I'm familiar with Oxy. Oxy Kim. I'm familiar with them. I've seen them around. I've seen them on the road. Uh, recommend needed changes. Report. I'm just confirming that this is an entry level position. Yeah, yeah. So, lease operator one. You don't need a CDL. That's cool. So, lease operator one, Occidental Petroleum Corporation is the official. Occidental Petroleum Corporation, lease operator one. I'm going to put that in the chat as well, just because I need to get to 15. Lease operator one. All right, let's keep it pushing, working our way all the way up to 15. Technician sounds like an entry level, but I think you need to have some skill, like a trade, works under task ranges for most activities. Let me see. Skill. Must be working toward NOC tester awarded. No. Yeah, yeah, no. That's not going to be for you guys. Field technician, that sounds like, well, that sounds like someone who works on equipment, like has tools. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Country, welcome to the live. Best CDL jobs, I'm gonna get to it, guys. I've got to get to 15 entry level first. All right. This says minimum 2 years experience in oil and gas. Well completion. Well completion. Maybe one day I'll go over completion versus production versus. I mean, maybe I'll get into all that in the future. Field technician. I'd like it to be an entry level. This says it's not an entry level because they want 2 years experience, but it's entry level. The title field technician. Um, lease operator three. Uh, it's not entry level, but I like Apache. Fishing supervisor, operator, pipeline trainee, Midland enterprise product. Let's see what that is. Driver's license, mechanical knowledge, high school diploma or equivalent. All right. So when we look into trainee, I mean, it typically means NL, crude oil refined. It typically means entry level. The pipeline training operator works a rotating shift after training is complete, travels and cross trains in the operations. This is entry level. I'm not going to put it in the chat because it's more specific to enterprise products. Operator, pipeline, trainee, Midland, enterprise products. Remember what I told you guys, whenever you're looking at jobs on these websites, on Indeed, go to the website and see if they have other jobs, other places. Because we have West Texas, we have South Texas, so see if there's other places where they're hiring, other jobs, other job titles. Look this stuff up. Upstream, what it takes to produce midstream, send it downstream, refine. You're talking about that type of education. Oil and gas inspector, 22. I think you need to have some type of training. This isn't an entry level. Must have a clean driving record. You got to drive their company vehicles, guys. So they want a clean driving record. And pass a pre-employment drug test. Like all that stuff is, maybe this is a entry level preferred experience. This is the preferred experience. Experience certification with gas. Imaging, method 22, must have strong written, interact in positive professional manner. I think that's a good entry level as well for this company, Greg Franklin. Never heard of Greg Franklin. Greg Franklin, that's in Texas. You want to look that up? Oil and gas inspector. That is the position. Administrative assistant and you need to be living in Midland, Texas. They're probably not going to offer you housing. I can almost guarantee you they're not going to offer you housing, right? Um, but let's keep it billing specialist, gas management supervisor, field technician 1 and 2, Flex Energy Solutions. Man, if you can start off with $25 in the oil field right now at entry level, I told you you're doing good. What's up, Jessica? So look into field service technician, guys. Field service technician level 1, Flex Energy Solution. So I think there was a field technician job up here that I didn't. They wanted experience. So yeah. So it's a field technician, I guess 1, 2, and 3. This one is level 1. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat um, because that's another position that you can look for in the oil field. Um, that's entry level. All right, let's keep it going. I mean, I can name some off the top of my head, but I'm trying to find them here so you all can see the actual job title. HSC coordinator. Okay, so when we see coordinator, that's a leadership position. Pipeline technician, pipeline crude, enterprise, on the job training. Oh my gosh, guys, man, I would look into enterprise products. This is the second job that I've seen, so they must have gotten a contract and they don't mind minimum 3 years stable work history, preferably in energy. I think you guys, overtime and call out, must be willing to work overtime and on call. Required to live within 1 hour of report location. Hmm. Looks like somebody's gonna be living out of their car. They might not offer housing. I would still look into enterprise products because they're hiring in multiple positions. All right, let's go to safety specialist. You're in safety, energy solutions technology. It's another entry level position. So I'm going to put that in the chat as well. Whether you want to get into safety or not, it doesn't really matter. You can get into the whole thing. This is a foot in the door. What was it? Specialist? Special. How do you spell specialist, guys? Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Safety specialist. All right. Energy Solutions was the title of that company. Thank you, ONG. Have you ran across any coiled tubing companies looking? Not looking, but I mean, there's plenty of coiled tubing companies out here. Production operator, that's probably upper level, but let me see. Anytime that you have the opportunity to be a part, like go on to a Exxon Mobil, so that's the name of this company that's hiring. I'm looking okay because they're well established and stable, and they typically have the better benefits. Will you play in our team? Operation with operating wellhead. So yeah, this isn't an entry level position, but for somebody who has entry level position and no experience necessary, you guys jump on this here. Jump on it, man. Jump on it. Whatever they're paying, take it. Production operator, Exxon Midland, Texas. Y'all jump on, jump on it. Exxon Mobil, production operator, Exxon Mobil, Midland, Texas. Uh, field technician. 66. It's a great company to work for as well. Programmable logic controllers. Yeah. So that's not an entry level position though. Facility operator. That is the same thing, similar to SWD operator. So facility operator is also for Pilot Water Solutions, Midland, Texas. Oh, on call. Damn. So facility operator is also another entry level title position. So that makes number 10. Let's see here. I said, how come I can't move the screen here? This is kind of control room operator. That sounds like a level. Microsoft Word, high school diploma. Katera is hiring. Katera, Coterra, is hiring a control room operator in Midland, Texas, supporting field operations in the 24-hour. Essential duties and responsibilities: monitor and respond to upset conditions on remote into actual remote. I'm trying to see if this entry level skill. Thorough understanding of typical upstream facility process flows, tank maps, compressors, knowledge, experience with SCADA. Yeah, SCADA is kind of not entry level. Familiarity with data flows from field service. No. Yeah, this is an entry. Uh, so SCADA is an application on your phone if you want to go ahead and look into that. It's an ability to monitor vital energy, monitor different flows, levels, just depending on what you're looking at, your analysis platform. I'm from North Carolina, but I'm looking into is should I make that jump or what? Do I have to look for uh I don't know. So what about I don't know what you mean by jump. When you say jump, what does that mean? Um jump to this industry or jump like this the oil and like a oil field. Like just pack your bags and jump here. What's up, Cairo? Like what does that mean? Help me understand what you mean by that. Field technician, entry level, catch, con, KATCH, con, KAN, con. They're also hiring entry level field technician. All right, field technician one. Yeah. So I've got that there. Payroll accounts specialist, field quality champion. All right, Kyra, I'm gonna reach back out to you on IG. I'm pretty active on there. Well, I don't post, but I'm pretty active as far as checking. Ranger Energy Services, I just saw them today. Um, their truck, I should say. The field quality champion will be responsible for the quality of service delivery technology implemented in compliance with efficiency crews. Okay, so yeah, this sounds like a lot of progress. 10 years of wireline field services. Yeah, that sounds like a experienced position. You're the champion. Thank you for liking live. Flowback specialist sounds like entry level. Champion X, I think they have simple job postings. I really shouldn't even be looking at this. Flowback specialist is entry level, guys. Must have driver's license. Yeah, they don't do that. 14 days, 7 days off. That's really good to know. But let me go ahead and put that uh, on our way to 15, guys. flowback specialist, and I would even say operator. Lease operator, SM Energy Company. I think I already put that in the list, but that's entry level. SM Energy is a great company to work for as well. I think, man, that might be security. Midland, Texas. Lease operators. Let me see this one, guys. This position requires daily operating maintenance and processing equipment, including identification problem documentation. All right, so this one is the 3 to 5 year. They're wanting 3 to 5 years of experience, but it's not required. Travel required to the Savitas field location. This is a drug-free benefits and stuff like that. Okay, so this is an entry level position of police operator for Civitas, Civitas Resources Inc., Midland, Texas. All right, so if y'all are looking to get into an entry level position, lease operator for Civitas Resources Inc. You texted me a long time ago? No, man. Uh-uh. Yeah, let me go ahead and investigate this. Yeah, no, man. You may have messaged me on TikTok, but you ain't messaged me on Instagram. You didn't do that. Gas measurement technician, $25 to $50 an hour. That sounds sketchy. Freedom measurement, $25 to $50 an hour, full time. We're seeking a skilled and dedicated gas technician. The ideal candidate will possess a strong mechanical technical knowledge, operate and manage gas equipment, ensuring it's not entry level guys. Strong mechanical technical, familiarity with logic controllers. Yeah, it's not entry level. Very specific. Assets coordinator, Ranger Energy Services. Ranger Energy is a wireline company. I don't know if they operate this. And I think this is like it's not minimum of 5 years of related experience in oil and gas operations. Huh. Assets coordinator, Ranger. It's not entry level. Let's see, quality control manager, product production, lease operator. This one's in Big Spring. I don't like Big Spring, but anyways, Big Spring got Ku Klux Klan meetings over there. They got freaking Klan meetings. Look, Big Spring, Texas, right? Authorization to work lawfully in the U.S. without sponsorship from Wood. So basically, if you got legal status to work here, if you got a work permit, if you got work authorization, but you're not a legal citizen of the United States of America, they're not hiring you. Big Spring. Oh shit. Let's see what an HSC advisor is. Streamflow. I told you this is like the fourth job that I seen from Streamflow. Let me go ahead and speed it up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna waste my time with that. So I say advisor. It's not entry level. That's why I say I'm not gonna waste my time. HS Health, safety, quality, environmental specialist. That's just a huge name for HSC specialist. Health, safety, environmental, quality, environmental, QHSE approach and partnership with levels. Let me see the qualifications. Local candidate preferred, English, 2 years experience, specifically oil and gas. Yeah, so you need to have a minimum of 2 years in um, health and safety. Customer operations specialist, remote. They got a remote job, guys. A remote position. Let's see if it's entry level. Our specialist ensures that we can assisting in the operation of the American Patrol's operation test serving command, improve tracking, analyzing data pertaining to reports receiving from pilots and the subsequent customer interaction. Client schedule. I'm trying to see requirements. That's what I'm looking for. Customer service oriented. No, that's easy. Excellent commission. Computer skills, including Microsoft. Full weekend availability, 5-day work week. I don't know if I like that. I mean, it's an oil field job, but you're working 5 days a week and you're probably working 8-hour shifts. I don't know if I like that, guys. I mean, it's cool that you got your weekends and stuff, but I don't like it. Energy Transfer Partners, Stanton, Texas, plant operator. That's an entry level position. All right, I think I wrote that down already in the chat. Operator. This is bothering me because I can't maneuver this chat at all. All right, let me keep it going. Customer operations specialist. Ooh, just because it says $42,000 to $50,000, I don't even want to look at it. Material coordinator, Delta constructors. I don't want to look at that one. Savage Group. Okay. All right. So because safety technician, Odessa, Texas, local candidate only. So they're not offering housing. EHS specialist. This is another safety. Katera. EHS specialist. That's an entry level position too, but I just want to look at something. Okay. Man, I'm getting hungry, guys. So they're preferring experience, bachelor's degree in industrial. Really? A specialist. I get so for that position, they want a bachelor's with a specialty in something. Service technician. Oh, up to $50. Equipment technician. So I'm assuming you're working on equipment in this position, so you would have to have some type of mechanical skills. Requirements. Yeah, you have to have some type. What's a W? This is I want to say as well. So Tetra TTRA Technologies WM operator. Let me see what the WM stands for. They're hiring, evolving as a business, hiring for all positions from trainee to senior operator. So there you have it, guys. All right, go ahead and check out Tetra. All right. So Tetra just told me that they're hiring for all positions from trainee to senior level position. So if you're trying to get into the oil and gas industry, you have no experience, Tetra might be your gateway. So TETRA Technologies, WM operator, but just go to the website. Go find them on Indeed and just go to the website. They're hiring for multiple positions. Equipment operator, non-CDL, Odessa, Patterson, UTI, ordnance tier. So, damn, I can't put that in the chat on YouTube, but you guys check that out. Usually, equipment operator is usually a CDL driver. Typically, that's what that is. What do we have in the comments? And I have one that is filtered. Thank you for the follow. Whoever followed me. What is your advice for someone that's trying as a well testing operator? I would apply for Tetra. The more experienced company is Petro. No, Pesco. What's the name of this? Pesco. 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 Pesco is the name of that company. Yeah. So if you're trying to get into well testing, Fesco is a really good place to start because they've been around since slavery. Like they've been doing this thing for years. Right? So Fesco is where you want to get your experience. It's where you want to learn. They've got a lot of different divisions as well. Frac specialists, non-CDL Class C, jump on it. Jump on it. Champion X. One word. Champion X. We're looking for a frac specialist. Right? Let's do that. 12 frac specialist. Is my CDL driver still on the live? Is my CDL driver still on the live? Field representative. All right, bro. Give me a second. We're getting there. Look at this, man. Here's another one. Damn, light went out. Field operations dispatcher, Champion X. I'm not too sure they're going to offer housing for this position though, but it's still entry level. Dispatcher. I'm just going to put dispatcher in the chat, and then I'm going to put in parentheses field operations dispatcher. Now we're at 13. Field operations dispatcher, Champion X. All right. Technician 1. Back to Oxy. I don't know where Goldsmith, Texas is, but production 1. At 14. Is it field? Production tech. Measurement technician. I'm just want to see. I want to confirm that that is. All right, so I got 2 CDL drivers on. I just want to see if this is entry level, guys. Give me a second. Nope, it's not entry level. Dispatcher for Peak Rentals. So Peak Rentals actually is. Oh, really? What do you mean right before Odessa? Coming south to north, or coming west from El Paso west to east, or east to west? Dispatcher. So Peak Rentals also has some CDL driving positions as well. You'll be hauling their equipment, dropping it off on location for rental. Um, but this position, dispatcher, you'll be dispatching those trucks, the services out to locations, rigs, fracs, whatever. So the pads. So dispatcher, look into Peak Rentals for not only that position but for other positions as well. Man, damn it, I don't want to do it. I was going to actually go to the website and then show y'all how to navigate their different positions, but I know I got guys that are waiting. Shop technician and apprentice, that's entry level. Mesa, MESA, natural gas solutions. That job pays 19 to $25 an hour. Mesa, MESA, natural gas solutions. That is shop technician and apprentice. I think that, west to east. That makes sense. Administrative assistants, of course, Prime Well Solutions, field specialist helper. Golly, that's another one. Champion X. Go to championx.com. Look up Champion X. They're hiring for lots of positions. Field specialist helper. All right. Let's go to agency coordinators. Okay, let's go to CBI. All right, so water transport is always going to be at level because they need hands. They do need CDL drivers, but for the most part, you don't need like a specific license or certification or skill. It's entry level. What's up, Q? So if you go to the YouTube at Swagger Media, just put at Swagger Media in the search bar, and I'm going live on YouTube, and I'm doing like a screen share. And in the comments, I put 17 entry level positions to look for on Indeed for the oil and gas industry. Now, I know your situation has kind of changed, but nevertheless, I'm happy to see you here anyway. What's up, Maddie? Welcome to the live. Just because I haven't talked it up with you in so long. So, have you gone on that little issue, or is it still scheduled? Let me know if you've gone. You have multiple. All right, so let's go to CDL. Are both of y'all hazmat and tanker, or does one have endorsements and one doesn't? Notice how when I put the search, it was CDL Class A. I just want general. So what I got is general. See, Pepsi Cola, mail management, like that's not oil field. Sunbelt rentals, hazmat and tanker. I got one hazmat and tanker. What about the guy? Purity oil field services, home daily CDL, hotshot, flatbed truck driver. You don't need endorsements for this position. But again, that pay is not sexy. And then I live near Select Solutions, was thinking about driving up there. Oh, you're in Dallas Fort Worth area. You're Fort Worth. Is that a waste of time? I mean, I would apply before I go up there, but I mean, it's right up the street. So make sure that you apply online to multiple positions. Look at their well testing side if they still have it. But I think they broke those divisions up and maybe sold that division. I'm not too sure. But get all the positions that they have available, apply for as many as possible, and then drive. Suncoast Resource hiring up to $2,000 a week. I think that is a little bit under, for sure. That's under. Driver local. They're only wanting a local driver. Damn it. That's solid. Suncoast Resources per week. Sign-on bonus up to 5,000. Quarterly driver bonus. Working 5253. God damn. What's going on, Suncoast? They're getting greedy, guys. These guys are getting greedy. Wow, Suncoast ain't making no money. Yeah. All right. So maybe the other guy dropped off. All right, the other guy dropped off. Graco Oilfield Services. I just want to look into them. It says CDL driver, Class A, CDL primary. I want to see if it's hazmat or tanker operator, tractor, trailer, various location, skid, flow, CDL. I don't know what they're hauling, guys, but I don't think this is hazmat job. All right, so Graco Oilfield Services. Graco, Graco Oilfield Services. All right, so you can even look for them on Indeed, or look for those that company on the webs online. Look at their website and see what jobs that they're applying for. All right, Graco, Graco. What's up, John Michael? I appreciate the likes, Palingo. Man, I feel like you waited for so long, man. I might spend a little time on this. Um, how local city truck driver. I don't know what a city truck driver is, guys. AAA AAA Cooper Transportation, home daily. So they're looking for somebody home daily. Um, so home daily, they're not offering housing. Just a heads up, then. All right, they're not offering. Truck driver, DOT, next. That NEX. Can anybody tell me what that next stands for? NEX. What does that stand for? If you know, put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Q, are you still here? I'm gonna call you when I jump off. Q, are you still here? Okay, nobody knows what next stands for. I'm assuming. All right. Uh, so next stands for next tier. Patterson UTI. Um, so truck driver. So that's a CDL position, and the company is next tier. Patterson UTI. Patterson bought out next tier, so it's the same company. We're not going to look at Penske. Intercorp Energy. I don't like it. Okay, but we're going to look at it. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. DOT driver for Enercorp, ENER Corp, Engineered Solutions. Enercorp Engineered Solutions LLC. They're looking for a DOT driver, CDL driver, Class A commercial, and it's hazmat and tanker position. So when you look for them on Indeed, they have their physical address. All right, let me give you a quick tip here. People talk about oh, should we just drive down there to Odessa or Midland or West Texas, or should I just take a flight and just go down there and risk it? And usually it's a car ride, and they're willing to sleep in their car, get a hotel, whatever, and that's cool. But whenever you come down here, because I've done that, it worked. But whenever you do that, you have to have a plan. And what that plan looks like is you apply for Intercorp Engineered Solutions, Inter, Engineered Solutions. You write down their website. You write down their address, their physical address. You write down the name of the company, physical address. If you can pull a phone number off of the website, you do that. And whenever you get a list of like 10 or 15 companies or more, you do the same thing for each company after you apply for the job. And then once you come down here, after you have applied for the job on the website and on Indeed, then you go knock on the door. That's what I mean by having a plan. Just don't come down here and say I'm just going to drive around. Good, but I recommend having fuel driver, Colorado County Oil. Never heard of them, but they're offering $28 to $32 an hour. Colorado County Oil, Colorado County Oil, transport fuel driver. Remember what I told you, Palingo? I don't like spending a lot of time on helping people find jobs. I don't like spending a whole bunch of time helping find CDL drivers jobs because it's so easy for you guys to get hired, especially if you have a clean background record like an MBR. So I don't like spending a lot of time on this, on CDL drivers, but I'm doing it because you've been waiting for so long. This is another one, Atlas Oil Company. Um, I highly recommend this one. I like that company a lot. I have a little favoritism towards them. So Atlas Oil Company, they're still hiring for this position, I highly recommend it. Right? But the thing about it is you have to have uh, your railroad commission license. It's not hard. I was thinking of creating a training on it, selling it for $100. Um, but it's really not hard. Winch truck driver, usually they like people with experience. They like drivers with experience hauling on the winch just because it takes a little bit of skill. But winch truck drivers, they don't need a typically they don't. All right. So winch truck driver, this is 30 to $35 an hour. Truck driver again, Patterson WTI. It's a major company out here. It's a huge company out here. So they're hiring again. There's another listing. Final mile driver. Yeah, no, that sounds like it's on the road. Badlands Tank Lines, Texas, $400 to $500 a day. I think whenever you're dealing with crude oil, you're typically going to be going by the load. You got congratulations, man. When'd you get hired? When do you start? Or did you already start? So Merrick on TikTok says I got hired on as an equipment operator for a frac. Whenever it says $400 to $500 a day, it's probably paying you by the load. I don't like those jobs. I don't like it paid by the load at all. Okay, it's risky driving involved. Like you're taking more risk. I mean, it's not. I don't like it. Yeah, big congratulations to you, man. I'm glad to hear it. I probably get about 3 messages a week saying that someone got hired, and they all come from my stream, all of them, all three of them. Hey, I just got hired here. Thank you. I appreciate your help. I don't get a lot of testimonials. I won't get testimonials. One, because people are very self-conscious of how they look on camera. Right? You know, and the internet will come for you. We critique people all day, like, oh damn, she fat. Like we do it all day, okay? And so people don't want to be critiqued. They don't want to be made fun of, and so they don't want to do videos for me, which is cool. But it's important to know that people are getting hired on a daily basis out here, and they need that motivation because some people may not get that call right away. So that's why I make these videos. Autonomous trucks, autonomous truck safety driver, West Texas. What is that? It's offering $39 an hour, but you need to have the doubles and triples endorsement. Kodiak. I'm not going to even get into it. My battery's about to run low on my iPad, my computer, guys. So I'm gonna have to shut it down. Anytime that you look for a fuel transport, like that is the position to look for if you have tanker X endorsement and a commercial license, Class A, and even B, um, fuel the fuel transport driver is one of the most popular jobs out here. Okay. And you can make a lot of money doing that. Right now, Texas Fueling has a lot of contracts. They've got a lot of jobs. King, are you a CDL driver? You may need to watch the replay because I'm about to shut it down. So towards the end of this live, I just talk about CDL jobs, and so you may want to watch that. And I give a little spill about CDL jobs. A CDL operator, Riley Industrial pump down operator. Uh, this can be entry level position. Let me see. Hold on real quick. They want at least 1 year oil field experience or um, related experience. Refined fuel driver. This is another fuel driver. Okay, Pinnacle Propane. Pinnacle Propane. Let me know if I missed a name of a company. 10 to 4 will do. no endorsement, Class A CDL. I just went over one winch hauler, winch truck driver, winch. I've been working for drilling rigs for the past 3 years. I do have a CDL. How can I get a driving job? A 10 to 4 will do. What does 10 to 4 do? 10-4 meaning, oh, okay. You're gonna do it. Okay. Watch the replay. Good, good, good. Dedicated liquid bulk tanker run, quail run logistics, Texas to Bucky, what to Buckeye, Arizona. I wouldn't mind doing that run. Um, I wouldn't mind that. But anyways, I am for dedicated tanker tanker run. What are you hauling? Liquid bulk tankers. Like, what do you? No hazmat tanker endorsement required. Local drivers only in Midland, Texas. Yeah, they only want local drivers. I'm gonna start being picky with who I click on now, just because I see that there's a lot of BS jobs or companies. Black Star, Firebird Boat Carriers. That's a company. Uh, X endorsement. So CDL Class A local driver only though. Well, let's keep it pushing. Stevens Training, truck driver trainee. Yeah, of course you guys. Uh, so pneumatic tank driver. Whenever you see pneumatic tanker, it's sand. Thank you for all the info. Always enjoy your lives. I um I need to bring back the entertainment. I need to bring back the entertainment value. I have driven flatbed, reefer box, and ready mix trucks. Just haven't driven in the last 3 years. Select Water Solutions, winch truck driver. You don't CDL. You don't need a X endorsement for it. Probably need tanker though. CDL winch truck, right? So they're hiring in Midland. Select Water Solutions, like the company. Deep Well Services. I mean, listen, this is what I'm saying. Provac. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy how many opportunities are available for you guys who have CDL. Like, it's just endless. Like, I can just keep going and going and going and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because the opportunities is just crazy. It's just stupid crazy. I mean, so it doesn't take. I don't recommend people who have a CDL or any endorsements to follow me on or to subscribe to my TikTok. I don't recommend it at all because you watch these videos and you say, "Oh, these are the jobs, these are the companies," and you apply. Just wait a couple of weeks, and I'm pretty sure it's going to come. It's going to come. It's going to come. The phone call is going to come. Um, so just make sure that y'all are patient and y'all are applying to the jobs and doing exactly what I am recommending. You you get the company's address, you get the company's name, you get their phone number, you do the easy apply on Indeed, and then you go to the website. You apply on the website. You wait a few days. You say, hey, you call them up. Say, hey, listen, I just want to make sure that you received an application. Of course they did. I just want to make sure that you received my application. They're going to look up, yeah, we received your application. That is awesome. I want to make sure that you all, I just want to see, I just want to make sure that I interview for the job. I want to get an interview. That's all I want. I want the opportunity to interview for the job. That's it. At the interview, if they give you a call and they schedule an interview, at that point, it's the job for you to lose. Okay? It's the job for you to lose. You guys, I'm talking over here on YouTube. I'm talking, so I'm sorry if if I look weird over here talking to the if I look weird talking to like a table or something, guys, I'm looking at a computer, my laptop. All right, so it's the job for you guys to lose. If you get a phone call or a pre-screening, it's for you to lose. What website are you using to search up jobs? Uh, Indeed. I'll say it again. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. Indeed is um, Indeed is the number one place where the oil field these companies go to post their jobs. Indeed, of course, they can use Glassdoor, and all the rest of them, but Indeed is the main one. The second one is LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is typically for the higher level positions. All right, but that's all I'm going to do, guys, on the job searching today. That was a lot. Um, if you um, if you have any questions, make sure that you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed on TikTok, don't get in my DMs. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop responding to the DMs on TikTok, especially when there's so many people who are reaching out from Africa, from Botswana, from Madagascar, from South America. I mean, just so many different countries, like Jamaica. I can't keep entertaining that stuff. So if you're not subscribed, I probably won't respond moving forward. But with that being said, I'll go ahead and end the stream. YouTube, make sure that y'all subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching the stream. Um,